Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Natasha Novakovich was elected by Parliament this afternoon as the new president of the Conflict of Interest Committee. Novakovich ran unopposed in what was the second attempt by MPs at electing the committee president, after the first vote earlier in February ended in a stalemate with the previous president, Dalija Orešković. All of the 78 votes cast were for Novakovich, as opposition MPs sat out in protest.
The election of the heads of this committee, among other things, involve political implications as well. So, of course, the opposition used the opportunity for their own political gains. But I am positive that not only the president of the committee, but all of its members will do their jobs in a professional manner.
Opposition parties have reached an agreement on initiating the procedure for the removal of Deputy Prime Minister Martina Dalić. The opposition, led by the Most Party, cites the minister's involvement in drafting the so-called Lex Agricor and the subsequent hiring of expensive consultants as the driving force behind the move. For now, 72 of the necessary 76 votes have been gathered to initiate a vote of no confidence.
We reached an agreement to collect signatures on Wednesday and submit a request for the removal of Martina Dalić. As of today, this is not my initiative or an initiative of the Most Party, but rather an opposition initiative of all opposition clubs and independent MPs, who can speak about this issue as their issue. With united forces, we are moving to remove Martina Dalić.
Commemorations were held in Pakrac to mark the 27th anniversary of the beginning of the Homeland War. As on March 1st, 1991, the first battle took place between Croatian police forces and the Serbian aggressors. Today's commemoration was organized by the Association of Croatian Police Veterans from Pakrac and Lipik under the auspices of the Croatian government.
It is not only my opinion, but of experts as well, that if the politics of a greater Serbia were allowed to take hold here in Pakrac, it would have been extremely difficult to defend the rest of Slavonia, because that would have been very close to their imagined borders encompassing Virovitica, Karlovac and Karlobag. The bravery shown by the members of the special police and local defenders, who refused to abandon this territory, provided the rest of us with a tremendous boost in morale and strength, by showing us that with only a few guns and a lot of heart, we could succeed against JNA tanks.
Interior Minister Davor Božinović was in Vukovar to hand out medals to members of Croatia's first responders in recognition of World Civil Defense Day. The minister was especially thankful to those working to clear snow and provide aid to people during this recent cold snap. He added that precautions were underway to protect against flooding once the snow melts.
Of course, our officials are right now taking the initial steps in this regard, such as drawing up plans for the potential floods which could occur following such heavy snowfall. We have professional teams in place with plenty of extra staff. Definitely, the plans at the moment are focused on the regions with the most amount of snow, especially the areas around Karlovac and Ogulin. I hope that our preparatory measures will help limit any potential damage from flooding.
The chairman of the State Commission for the Supervision of Public Procurement Procedures, Goran Matešić, said that the appeals procedure initiated by an Austrian company and an Italian-Turkish consortium against Croatia's selection of a Chinese company to build the Pelješac Bridge should be completed within the next 2 to 3 weeks. The complaints accuse the Chinese of price dumping and receiving state subsidies.
Now the phase of appeal allegation analysis begins, an evaluation of the tender issuer's actions and decisions, then final deliberations and the adoption of a final decision. I think this procedure should last for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović received Vice Admiral Colin Kilrain, the commander of NATO's Special Operations Headquarters, at the Presidential Palace in Zagreb. The two discussed security challenges in Southeast Europe, as well as the need to intensify the involvement of international players in combating destabilizing influences. And appearing on Croatian television, the president commented on the current political, economic, and social state of affairs in Croatia. She said while the government had adequately contained the Agricor problem and preserved thousands of jobs, she was deeply worried that the Croatian economy was stagnating. GDP growth during the last quarter of 2017 was only 2%, while Romania was up 7% and Slovenia 6%. Taking a quick look at sports, in the 24th round of the Croatian Domestic Football League, Cibalija tied Istra and Pula 0-0. Meanwhile, Saturday's game between Osijek and Inter has been postponed until March 14th due to snow and ice on the field. On Sunday, Dinamo plays Slaven Belupo in Zagreb, and Rijeka hosts Lokomotiva. In tennis, at the ATP 500 Series tournament in Acapulco, Mexico, Croatia's Nikola Mektic and his doubles partner, Alexander Peja of Austria, beat Australian Open champions Mate Pavic and Oliver Marach to set up a semi-finals matchup against Britain's Jamie Murray and Bruno Soares of Brazil. The weather forecast for tomorrow calls for mostly cloudy skies and light intermittent rain throughout the country. Most precipitation will occur overnight into Saturday and again on Saturday evening. The Adriatic coast will get rain, while areas of the hinterland can expect snow and freezing rain. Winds mostly weak in continental areas, while the Adriatic coast will get a moderate northwesterly and switching to a southeasterly after midday. Morning lows of -6 to -1 degree in the interior and from 3 to 8 on the coast will give way to highs of -2 to 2 in continental regions and from 7 to 13 degrees Celsius on the coast. Continental areas will see partly sunny skies on Sunday. Snow, sleet, and freezing rain is expected in the morning, especially in mountainous areas and the far east. Morning fog is expected for the first few days of next week. Increased precipitation will arrive on Tuesday as temperatures steadily rise. The Adriatic coast on Sunday will be partly sunny and mostly dry. Changeable weather is in the forecast for Monday with isolated rain showers and sunny periods. Winds on Sunday will come out of the northeast and northwest. On Monday, moderate southwesterly and southeasterly winds will usher in warmer weather. And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night.